Okay, it's the 15th of April, doing this around 2 p.m. Um, we're going to have a Q&A tonight, so on your Facebook page, check what the times are. That's two different pages, so it's between 7:30 and 8:30. So we have a front crossing the state right now. We have some gusty winds between 25 and 35 in front of it. Then behind it, it'll get cold. So let's take a look at what's going on out there right now. So this is the temperature gradient across the state right now. Um, Delaware, Jersey, southeastern PA temperatures are in the mid 60s. And then once the front goes through, there's several lines of rain, but it does chill off into the 40s into the very low 50s behind it. So there is a drop in temperature pretty quick behind the front. At this point in time, you'll see that there's several lines of rain coming across. Here's one here. Here's some more back in here. There's also some low pressure system down here that's creating some showers and thunderstorms in lower Delaware and maybe over by Cape May. And as we move across the afternoon hours, this takes you to let's see, this takes you to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. These have moved off the coast. Here's one line here. Here's some scattered stuff behind it. And if you notice back here, there's some blue. Yeah, that's a little bit of snow back there going on. Temperatures at that point in time have dropped a little bit. You'll see there's the line. See how the 60s are slowly being pushed eastward. It's down to now down towards Philly, Jersey, and Delaware. That's still hanging in there. But the rest of the areas, temperatures are dropping. Where it's snowing, it's still in the 30s, but the upper air is cold enough to sustain snow. As we move this out just a little bit, this takes you to around 5 o'clock. You can see temperatures now are dropping into the 50s, except for southern Delaware and southern New Jersey. More 30s and low 40s out to the west. You can see if you look on the precipitation side of it, you can see there's more flurry action out here, and it's just scattered showers across the state. So don't be surprised if you hear a little thunder this afternoon as this moves through. This takes you to around 8 o'clock this evening. You can see more widespread snow flurries. It's almost like squalls, except it's more friction now off the lakes than it is. They're instead of it being warm, the lakes are kind of cold. So temperatures around 8 o'clock this evening have dropped, as you can see. Even up here by Bradford, we're already talking about temperatures at freezing or below. And then everybody else is down now into the 40s and the 50s, and a lot of 30s out to the west. And they'll be moving eastward. This cold air won't last very long. Here's midnight, below freezing, and anywhere you see these pinks here, even the Poconos starting to get close. The higher elevations are starting to get close to freezing. Elsewhere, it's in the 30s to the low 40s. Precipitation around midnight tonight in the form of snow flurries. And you can see it's coming off the lakes pretty decent up here, especially in the southwestern New York. And again, these squalls are to the east, and they could hold on for a while. We move this out a little bit. There's around 4 a.m. You can see they're still hanging around, and there's some streamers coming off. And as we get into the morning hours, this is around 7 a.m., kind of lightening up a little bit and kind of going away. But it doesn't show on here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some flurries down in southeastern PA. Now, this is your early morning temperatures on Wednesday around 7 a.m. You can see areas that are in the pinks or at the freezing mark or below. That includes the Poconos, northern Pennsylvania, the Lower Highlands. Elsewhere, it's in the 30s. The only place that hangs on is South Jersey and Delaware, where you're down right at 40 or right close to it. So don't be shocked if we see some 30s on bank thermometers and stuff like that. But it's going to be a quite chilly night. And again, some freezing up in this area up here. And then during the day tomorrow, if you're expecting a heat wave, um, not really going to happen. Um, you can see southeastern PEA is only still in the 40s, still below freezing up by Bradford. So They don't get above freezing tomorrow. The Poconos get above freezing, but not by much. And you got again lower Delaware and southern Jersey. You hang on to the very low 50s. Pittsburgh, you're in the upper 40s. So it's quite a chilly day tomorrow as we move on. And then as we go into the nighttime hours and get to Thursday morning, this is really chilly. If you look across the north, let's see here. It was I think I saw something up here. It shows temperatures in the 20s to the north, mostly freezing everywhere except in Pennsylvania, except right around Pittsburgh and right around Philly. Everybody else, like Allentown and Reading and Lancaster, you get below freezing. Even Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area, you get below freezing. So pretty chilly going into Thursday morning before we start to come back out of it again. And you can see temperatures begin to rise in the afternoon on Thursday, and you get some areas where it's in the mid 50s. Upper north, where it was 29 or so, up in Bradford, it's now 46. So the warm air is coming back. Snow wise, this might be the last kicker for snow for anybody. Again, this is all lake effect. And again, just some light stuff up in the Poconos. The heaviest stuff is, like I said, up by Bradford, heading up towards Erie, but not at the lake, not at the edge of the lakes. It's more inland now where you get some snow. The water is warmer, and so you don't get it right off the lakes. Right on the lakes, get the snow. You got to go inland a little bit, a few miles before you get the actual snow coming down. So that's that, and then the Laurel Highlands again. Your elevation gets you some snow flurries and stuff like that. So that's the status of everything right now. Again, tonight I'll be live based on what page you're watching this. It'll be somewhere between 7:30 and 8:30. All right, everybody, take care. Being safe.